Let's go over to NYC. We're just going to spend a quick 10 minutes on this. NYC is in the building. I want to show y'all something real quick. Y'all ready? Check it out.
No message, no comment.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Excuse me.
I'm on a public sidewalk.
Yeah, but this is my privacy. Thank you.
On a private.
It's too much.
Wanted to get a comment.
Yeah, I mean, you're a public figure. We just wanted to.
No, but it's harassing. It's harassing when you're following me down the street. Could you just please?
I'm on a public sidewalk. I have a press pass.
That's great. I'm glad.
Well, I mean, if, we could just have a statement.
I know you're trying to do your job. I'm not going to give you a statement.
Okay.
Right? I'm minding my business. Is that okay?
Yes.
It's very aggressive, and it just feels unnecessary. I'm not going to give you a statement.
Okay.
So that ladies and gentlemen, is Sheena Wright. Sheena Wright is the NYC deputy mayor, or soon to be the former deputy mayor, and Eric Adams' right hand, and set to resign in the latest City Hall cleansing in New York City. Okay, so let me give you a little bit of insight on why Sheena was a little bit bothered and dismayed about what was happening over in New York, and why she don't want to be bothered. She don't want the press all in her face. Y'all do know that when you out in public, you can't tell somebody not to record. I don't know if y'all familiar with that. When you are out in public, now going into a private business or a private residence, that's completely different. When you are in public, you cannot tell somebody not to record. I know some of y'all think that y'all have a right to privacy. You don't. You ain't got a right to privacy with them cameras that's up on top of these poles. You ain't got a right to privacy when it comes to these Ring cameras recording you on the streets doing crime. And you don't have a right to privacy if people that decide that they want to record in public and they decide they want to put the camera on you. I know it might be a little bit disheartening. A lot of us don't want to be on camera when we minding our business, but that's just the way that we live, and that's the law of the land. If you are in public, nobody has a right to blur you out. Nobody has a right to be able to do it. They can do it. They can choose not to record you. But if you are in public, if you are on a public sidewalk, street, so on and so forth, people have the right to be able to record what they want to when they want to record it. That's just the truth. Now, if you're a public servant, it gets even worse, because then your whole life is upended and people can research you and they're going to do all of this research on you. But this is currently what's happening with Sheena Wright as the cleansing of New York City continues to take place.
Reports of another resignation swirling around City Hall, this time about the first deputy mayor, Sheena Wright.
And it comes as a new poll is out today, shining a light on what New Yorkers really think about whether Mayor Adams should stay in office. Doug Williams reports.
According to published reports on Friday, First Deputy Mayor Sheena Wright, another top aide to Mayor Adams, will resign. The mayor was asked about the possibility Friday morning.
We're hearing that Sheena Wright might leave and others leaving, whether she does or not. What are your thoughts on top senior officials leaving your administration at this time?
What's important to me is those who are here, like my four deputy mayors, they're able to carry out their portfolio, and that's what they're doing.
Behind me is
Eric Adams looked defeated. The way he talking, he just looks tired. He looks tired. He looks defeated. And it's not looking good for Eric Adams. Now, again, I am not a fan of Eric Adams and a job that he did as mayor of New York City, and him bowing the knee to what he knew was wrong, what was wrong for the people in New York. However, I thought that the minute that Eric Adams decided that he wanted to do things differently, I believe that was the beginning of his demise. Because then you start seeing the Biden administration moving away from him. Kamala Harris moved away from him. They wasn't rocking with him. They wasn't doing no speeches with him. And to be mayor of the city of the United States, I mean, it's the unofficial, capital of the United States of America, the financial district, everything, the 8 million people, all of the millionaires and billionaires have residences there. To be there and to be completely removed from being in favor of the Biden administration, the president of the United States of America, you don't even have a line. Gretchen Whitmer here in Michigan and Tim Walz got a line to the president's office, but Eric Adams can't get in touch with nobody. Yeah, you've been removed. But he looks tired. He absolutely looks tired. He's starting to speak tired. I can always tell when an official is under pressure because they start going back to church. A lot of people saying that he was friends with Diddy. We know he was friends with the Bishop the Lamont guy, the dude that was wearing all of the Gucci suits and he got carjacked or something like that in church. Yeah, he looked tired.
Able to carry out their portfolio, and that's what they're doing.
Behind me is the home of the first deputy mayor she shares with her now husband, schools chancellor David Banks. The two had their phones seized in the federal investigation.
Hold on, wait. So wait a minute. I didn't know that. Hold on.
And that's what they're doing.
Behind me is the home of the first deputy mayor she shares with her now husband, schools chancellor David Banks.
Her now husband? So they just recently got married.
Home of the first deputy mayor she shares with her now husband, schools chancellor David.
So the school's chancellor was also one of the people that resigned. And they say, oh no, I was already thinking about resigning. He was one of those already resigned. Okay, so wait a minute. So this is what happens. Now, I do know this. You cannot testify against your spouse. You're not required to testify against your spouse. So is it a possibility that they then got married to ensure that they can protect themselves against having to testify against each other? Azriel says she got married after these issues. Absolutely. They got married like a week ago. Absolutely. This is strategy. Y'all not paying attention to the play. Y'all not paying attention to the play. Her now husband, the school's chancellor, who also resigned, and she's resigning also, or she's expected to resign, but they've recently gotten married, and they probably was already having a thing or, making it shake, but they got married, so now you're in a position where you can't testify against each other. Come on, man. Wake up. They playing chess. Y'all playing checkers. They playing chess. Y'all playing checkers. They ain't getting married just so they can make sure that they get each other benefits. They got married, in my opinion, because they making sure that they put themselves in the best position if they ever get prosecuted, especially considering with all of this stuff that's coming down from the feds on Eric Adams.
David Banks. The two had their phones seized in the federal investigation last month, and now it appears their days in the Adams administration are both coming to an end. Wright's resignation is not official and has not been announced. On Wednesday night, in a statement from City Hall, the mayor saying Chancellor Banks would vacate the role as chancellor on October 16th instead of at the end of the calendar year, a plan that Banks had stressed the importance of just last week, standing next to Mayor Adams.
Some of the stuff was written, Chancellor resigns, like I'm leaving tomorrow, right? No, it doesn't usually happen this way. It usually happens, somebody makes an announcement, they're out tomorrow, and good luck to the next person. I don't lead like that.
Do you have a sense if he was caught off guard by the decision?
No, I think that when I called him, I said, this is what I want to do, your handpicked successor, make sure we could have a smooth transition, and he's a professional.
A new Marist poll shows nearly 2/3 of city residents think Mayor Adams should resign.
They already didn't kill them.
New Yorkers we spoke to were split.
If he's guilty, he should resign.
I think it should just play out. I think the process should just play out.
I think some change would be good.
It's a natural reaction for people to feel that way. Once they see both sides of the issues, you're going to hear what I've stated over and over again, that I did nothing wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, we definitely going to have some opportunity to be able to cover some content in today's age and going forward with the upcoming trials of Diddy and Eric Adams and possibly Tiffany Henyard and all of these other people and stuff that's going to come out. We are never, ever going to be short of content over here on the Millionaire Morning Show. We are never, ever going to be short of content because Anton is going to be covering it. Election day, we probably going to pull a 24-hour live stream or something. I don't know. What I do know is that politics is a dirty game. I think that the streets, if you had to rank them, it would be the streets, corporate, politics. It's cutthroat. The streets, corporate America, this is how I would rank it. If I had to take the three and I had to say, hey, which one is the most cutthroat? The streets, I would have it at the bottom. The corporate game is cutthroat. Boy, is it cutthroat. The corporate almost controls what's happening in politics, but the fact that the politicians have to take the payments and what's really happening behind the scenes, and the fact that most politicians be millionaires by the time most politicians is millionaires by the time that they leave office. I think that it's a dirty game. It's a dirty, 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 dirty game. And you got to be willing to put your big boy pants on. You got to be willing to put your big boy pants on to be in politics. No effing way. If you are successful as a business person and you want to, continue your legacy and not have any problems, stay out of politics. Stay out of politics. Now, Anton from AntonDaniels.com, though. Anton from AntonDaniels.com, I'm hard-headed. So I know that I, graduated from growing up in the streets, not being of the streets, because I'm not a street dude. I graduated from, west side of Detroit and went into corporate. And so now maybe we need to, at some point in the future, make the transition into the hard-headed sphere of politics. So I can just tell, I just want to be in there for like 30 days just to tell you how evil it is.